Alright, what is up, all you creepy Reaper people? Today we're doing something a little bit different. They just put out the Record Store Day 2023 release list, and I've checked it out, and I wanted to go over my top 3 albums that I'm looking forward to on this list, the top 3 that I'm going to try to get from my record store. So, without further ado, I'll get right into it. Number 1 on the list, the thing that I want most, I guess I should say that at the end, but I'm getting right into it right now. Raphael Sadiq's The Way I See It. That album is awesome. You should go listen to it if you haven't heard it. It's neo soul. It came out in 2008 when I was in college. And I have very fond memories of walking to class, listening to the album, and it putting me in a good mood. All the songs are great. There's great collaborations on there. Stevie Wonder's on it. Jay-Z's on it. It's a fantastic album. I don't know what else to say about it. It's great. I saw it on the list. I was like, I gotta have that one. Number 2, Jazz Dispensary, Hotel Jamie Dame, Hotel Jamais Dame, however you want to say it. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it. I don't think it matters too much. I think it's going to be rad. The vinyl looks cool. The art is always cool. The whole concept of these Jazz Dispensary releases are always really fun on Record Store Day. And they tend to be relatively limited, but they're always, a good time to put on, chill out, and hang and listen to. And they're relatively inexpensive coming from Craft Recordings, which is great. And then the third on the list is the Flash and the Dynamics of the New York Sound. So that's another Craft Recordings release. And in general, I'm a big fan of Craft Recordings. I think a lot of stuff they do is really cool. They do a lot of, kind of digging through the archives of things and putting out relatively priced audiophile quality style releases, especially on Record Store Day. So that's when I found Willie Colon through one of the releases that they had and have been buying up some of his stuff since then and really enjoying it. This record is from another sub-label from Fania, I think it's called Tico, where this record came out on it, and it should be, again, just fantastic. I think it's more in the New York scene, less in the Miami scene, but it still should be a very, very cool album, a very, very cool get. And again, when it comes to Craft Recording stuff, it's always usually reasonably priced. It's $25 to $30 for a high-end, great sounding jazz that you wouldn't have found otherwise. So those are the 3 things that I'm looking forward to getting this Record Store Day. Drop in the comments below what you're trying to pick up, and if I see it, I'll let you know where it is, because sometimes it's not available online, that type of stuff. I also wanted to get into some of the funny things that are going to be on this year's Record Store Day, which include a Doors mini turntable with some 3-inches on it. It's like, can we just stop with that, please, Record Store Day people? We don't need any more mini vinyl records out in the world. Why? Second, kind of what is the Motley Crue picture disc? I saw Motley Crue on there. I was like, okay, let's see what it is. It's a picture disc. What are you gonna do? I don't know. Maybe there are people out there. If you're a person out there that is going to buy the Motley Crue picture disc, comment it below. Comment in the comments below, and I'll like your comment, because I don't know who you are, but you're out there. It's a good Record Store Day list for live concerts. I saw a lot of live stuff happening on there. I feel like it's a decent Record Store Day for jazz. There's a lot of jazz that I still have to kind of work through to understand if it's going to be any good or not. There's obviously some Miles Davis. There's some Charlie Parker, which kind of draws my attention to say, oh, this might be interesting. I don't know yet if the Miles Davis stuff is something I gotta have or not. And same with the Charlie Parker. I feel like it's kind of all over with what you're gonna get in those eras. Sometimes you get really cool stuff. Sometimes you get stuff that's blah. Sometimes you get stuff like Bill Evans a couple of years ago where it just wasn't that great. It's like, okay, what are you gonna do? So a little bit more research to be done on the jazz front. I feel like there's also a lot of cool blues records on the list. So there was a Coco Taylor that was on the list from Alligator Records. I've been finding a lot of Coco Taylor stuff lately at Surface Noise here in Louisville, Kentucky, and she is amazing. So that album could be very, very good and a sneaky sleeper on the list. I think there was a Howlin' Wolf on there, if I'm not mistaken, which should be, again, very cool. I listened to that today, and it seemed, of the, what you're going to get from Howlin' Wolf. And then I think there's actually 2 Muddy Waters releases on there, which I didn't check the tracks to see if there's any duplication of the tracks, because I think they're also from different labels. But 2 Muddy Waters releases. If you're a Muddy Waters fan, this might be a good time for you to also stop by your record store and pick up something from a record Record Store Day. So that's it. That's my initial reactions. I'm sure there's more to dig into. I'm sure I missed something. Again, leave a comment below. Like this video. It helps me rise through the algorithm. So that's going to be it for today. If you're shopping on Discogs, check me out at Grim Reaper Records.